Hey guys, my name is Jessie Pierce and I will be doing my presentation on teaching and supporting relationship skills. The key components of teaching and supporting relationship skills are turn-taking, sharing, helping others, and developing a good, solid relationship. Teaching children the social skills they will need later on in the future all starts with developing solid relationships. If you do not have a solid relationship with your students, then they will be less inclined to respect you and listen to you and will not want to impress you with good behavior. Modeling all the behaviors I just talked about is very important. When you really get to know the child, such as their likes and their dislikes, that's how they will learn best, and they will listen to your modeling. You want to model good sharing and turn-taking. Give the children a good example to follow. When you see the child sharing or taking turns, give them lots of praise and attention, so that's how they know how to act. Example would be, "Wow, thank you so much, Sarah, for sharing your toys with Andrew. That was so kind of you." Or, "Wow, Sarah, thank you so much for taking turns with Andrew and waiting your turn so patiently." The types of environments that these behaviors can be taught in is the classroom environment, the home environment, circle time, small group, anywhere the child will really be interacting with other children. In order for the sharing and the taking turns and helping others can all be taught and modeled in different ways at a circle time or a small group environment. The best way I believe that those behaviors can be taught at circle time is with puppets. You can use the puppets to model the different things, such as sharing and taking turns, and having the puppets be the children. And then asking the children questions like, "Was that nice for the puppet to cut in line in front of his friend?" Or, "Was that nice for the puppet to take the toy away from his friend?" And model good behavior with the puppets. Like I just said, puppets are dolls. A couple rules that you could have in your classroom posted to make sharing a little easier, or you could use pictures if they're younger. Ask when you want to use something, wait until someone is finished before you start using something, and helping each other. And reminding the kids that these are the nice behaviors you want to see. These are some activities that are designed to help children share. Sharing bins, so each child will have their own sharing bin with their name or a picture on it. You could put all the toys in the middle on the floor, and they could pick out the toys they want to go in their bin that they want to play with right now. Paper plate pals. Would be an art activity where a couple children will be sitting at a table, be sharing the materials in the middle of the table to make their paper plate face. Taking turns. These are some activities that would be good to introduce taking turns, such as making something together and taking turns on putting the ingredients into the bowl for cookies, and taking turns mixing the cookies. And for gardening, planting seeds into a garden, taking turns watering them or picking them, and then sandbox play, sharing the materials you have in the sandbox because there's only a limited amount. And then if your friend is using one of those, waiting patiently for your friend to be done to use them. These are just some pictures I liked about sharing. The top left one is my favorite. So cute. And then I just talked a little bit about friendships and how it begins at birth with the caregiver, having that empathy and friendship with the caregiver as their first friend. There are some skills that really need to be developed first in order for them to make friends, such as self-control, being able to wait for what you want, using words to express how you are feeling, instead of just throwing a fit assertiveness, consideration, play skills. You'll need to have the sharing and the taking turns in order to have good play skills and being able to wait for what you want. Communicating, helping, coping/empathy, and flexibility. So how do we teach those skills? Being aware of how the children in your class are different and how they are sharing and how they are developing those different skills, playing with them and giving them gentle coaching when they need it. Practice with the puppets. What would Puppet do if we push them? Would that be nice? What's a better choice we could make instead of taking the toy out of our friend's hands? What could we have done? And here's a little video that I liked that I wanted to share with you guys.
I have someone I want you to.
Sally.
Who is this?
Sally.
Well, hello, my Blue Room friends. How are you this morning?
I didn't see you.
Well, I've just been hanging out over in the book center, but I came out to just say a special hello to you, friend.
Oh, Sally.
Stanley, it's so good to see you. We haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? Well, I've been fine, I've just been making good choices and playing with my friends. I hear you guys are having a special luncheon today. Is that true?
Yeah.
May I come?
Yeah.
Stanley, would you like to come to our special luncheon today? Oh, yes, Miss Sherelle, I would love to come. Well, friends, guess what? Stanley's going to visit us today during our special luncheon. Does that sound like a good idea?
I have.
Well, Blue Room friends, I'll see you a little bit later, but I just wanted to say hi and see how you guys are doing. So, I will see you guys later. Give me a wave. See you later, Stanley.
Yeah, so there you can see her. She's just modeling nice, friendly behavior with the puppet. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So I looked up a research peer-reviewed journal called Building Positive Relationships with Young Children, and it was all about building the solid, positive relationship with the child in your class because you're their security blanket and they need that for comfort. And once they feel comfortable, that's when their true personality will come out. And all about giving praises, giving high fives, sending positive notes home. This is all things you could do to develop a good relationship with your student. The authors were Gail and Philip, and they were PhDs and had their PhDs from University of Colorado. So they gave some examples of descriptive commenting through play. And it says, 2 friends are playing together. Oh, Nelson and Caroline are playing so nicely together. Oh, Nelson just gave Caroline a compliment. Looks like that made Caroline feel happy. Caroline is sharing her blocks with Nelson. That is so friendly. So this was used in a classroom type setting. I put 4 main takeaways that I want you guys to remember from this presentation are: kids will not want to listen to you unless they trust you and feel comfortable with you, so you need to build that positive relationship with them first. Modeling is a great way to teach skills such as sharing and taking turns. Make sure you are paying attention to how all the children in your class are developing these skills. That way you can see if one of them is being mean to another, you can lead a group circle about it and show them how to act with one another. And don't force kids to share. It actually delays the development of sharing skills. That's when you introduce taking turns. Here's some resources that I put up for you guys. The first one is great. It's all about learning positive friendship skills and how to teach those. The third one I put is another journal article, and that is about It's also about building positive relationships with children. And so there was some things that they said on there, and one of them was talk and listen to the children, acknowledge accomplishments and assist with struggles, allow students to help develop rules, and attend after school and weekend activities. So I thought those were some really good pointers. And then my citations. So thank you guys so much for listening.